Hello, welcome to Writing Quest. My name is Brennan Pugh, and in today's video, I'm going to update you on the status of projects, some new videos we got coming out, my reading list, and more. Thank you for watching. Let's get into it. Huzzah! Okay, so a little update on the projects. I'm writing away. Everything is coming together great, as I've said before. I'm pushing at 25,000 words in the revised version of the novella, The Last House of the High People, and it's coming together really great. I'm pushing forward on it. I'm getting into a good rhythm of having the chapter revisions outlined ahead of where I'm writing the prose, so it's kind of going along faster that way. It's starting to, all of the storylines are starting to weave together really nicely, and I've got a few surprises, I think, that are going to be really fun, and so I'm really excited about that. So the novella is coming along well. I'm at 25,000 words roughly, and we're just plugging away at that. Upcoming on the YouTube channel, I've got some really cool content planned, I think, so stay tuned for that. We're working on, a few months ago, I did a few videos about archetypes. I talked about character archetypes, and so I've got some content planned of breaking down each one of those things, so like the hero character archetype and the jester character archetype and different attributes of those different characters, and so what they mean, different things to kind of make those characters stand out, and what are some of the hallmarks of those characters. And then we'll start getting into some other videos talking about ways you can combine things. So like a hero jester type character, that type of so we've got some really great content planned there. I've got some really cool content planned for examining some different like movie adaptations that have been made, and just got a lot of content coming. So we're going to start hopefully putting out more videos sooner. And so we've been doing about 1 or 2 a week, hoping to get to about 3 or 4 a week, and really start pumping out some cool content that I think will generate some awesome conversations. So I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned. Make sure that you've subscribed, hit the bell and all that stuff so you get all the notifications for when those videos come out. Number 3, this is the big one on the list, the reading list update. So I am so close. I'm like within 100 pages, I think, maybe 150, of finishing Oathbringer. These Stormlight Archive books are a bear, and I'm really excited to read Rhythm of War. But I have decided I need a bit of a palate cleanser. So while I'm really loving them, the last 3 books I've read in a row were Way of Kings, Words of Radiance, and Oathbringer. So that's like, I don't know, 6,000 pages or something crazy of Brandon Sanderson. And again, I love Stormlight Archive, but I do feel like I'm in need of a little bit of a palate cleanser with some shorter books. So I'm finishing Oathbringer. I'm hoping to finish that. I might have had it finished by the time you see this video, but I'm hoping to finish that within the next couple of days. And then there'll be a review for that posted shortly after that, coming up in the next week or so. But we're going to go over a couple of the books that I'm planning to get to. And so the first one is going to be a little outside of the comfort zone. It's going to be Tom Clancy's The Hunt for Red October. It's a little bit different. It's not a fantasy, of course, but I'm feeling a little bit of a need to get out of the fantasy a little bit to kind of just cleanse the palate and come back to it. So this is a classic. I've read parts of it before, but I've never finished it, and it's about half the size of a Stormlight book, so shouldn't be that hard to get through, a little bit easier. I'm also looking at, with this reading list, I'm looking for things that are going to help me with my prose. So there's a few things I'm looking to get better at. One of them is how militaries and all that kind of functions, and how you can describe those worlds in your writing. And so I thought going with just a straight up military type novel would be great. And of course, The Hunt for Red October is a classic. It's a classic movie and a classic book. And so really excited about that. The next one on the list is going back to the fantasy. We're going to do Robin Hobb's The Assassin's Apprentice, the Farseer trilogy. This one was recommended to me. I put a thing out on the community tab voting for what I should read next. And I think this one and some John Gwen series was the Bloodsworn trilogy. Those were on the list. So, but the Bloodsworn books are a little bit bigger, and so I'm going to get to those. I have them on the shelf, but this one's a little bit shorter at only about 400 pages. And so excited about this one. I've heard great things about this whole series, but especially the Farseer trilogies, which is the first one. So there it is, getting into Assassin. And then for a little bit of a classic, part of the reason I wanted to get into this too is because this has, I believe, some wolves in it. And so same with Wheel of Time, I because my story features wolves heavily, I'm wanting to read some other things of what's been done out there regarding wolves. And so if you have any more suggestions of what I could read that has wolves in it, let me know. But I don't want to necessarily compare, but I just kind of want to see what's been done, make sure I'm not doing anything that's, too close to what's already been done, and maybe come up with something more original. So, Assassins of Presidents. And then the next part of working on my prose, I wanted to go and read a few classics, and so I picked up this version of Treasure Island, and we're going to be reading Treasure Island, mostly because I'm wanting to read some older works. I think this one was published somewhere time in the late 1800s, and so I'm wanting to read some prose that's not modern. So I really like Tolkien's writing. I really like classic stuff, but I know that more modern prose and everything goes over better, but I want to find somewhere in the middle. So just in an exercise in working on my prose, I'm going to be reading some classics. I've got 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea over there as well, and we're going to read that. And so I'm really excited about reading Treasure Island. It's going to be fun. So that is the reading list. I'm really excited about it. We're going to take a little bit of a break. All of these books are, I think, all three of these together combined maybe make up one Stormlight book. So it'll be a nice little break from Stormlight. And then I'll get back to Rhythm of War. And then we will probably have another small break where I might read another small book. Maybe we'll read the second book of the Farseer trilogy. And then, which is one of them, Assassin's Quest. Maybe that's the third one. I don't know. So I'll read the next one of that, and then I'll jump into the Wheel of Time again to finish up those books. So really excited about that. And then finally, a website update. If you haven't checked out our website already, the website is live. I've got a section on there about learning how to use Scrivener, which is our videos that I've done before, which you can also find on the channel. I just made a dedicated section on the website for all those videos of learning Scrivener. I've also got a section on there where you can find our Notion templates. I've got 3 Notion templates, depending on how easy or complex you would like your story outlining to be. I've got Storybook, Storybook Pro, Storybook Master Novelist. So if you haven't checked those out and you've used Notion, please check them out by link in the description below. And the website is coming along well. I'm in the middle of building my section on how the timeline for the story for Legends of Escaradoth. And so that's coming along well, and I should be publishing that soon within the next week or two. I'm just kind of getting all the formatting and the text put in the way that I want it. So that's it for this update on Writing Quest. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and like this video. It really helps out the algorithm. Make sure you put some comments below, ask questions, and tell me what you think I should read next too. I'm always looking for new recommendations. And so thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Writing Quest. Huzzah!